Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Well, it's a tradition. We always catch up with our next guest at this time of year.
Well, and they support the local music industry like almost no other station. Dunner joining us, Senior Program Director for 99.3 The Fox and Rock 101. We're talking Vancouver seeds and all kinds of things. First of all, how's your summer going, Dunner?
It's a little busy, but it's been good.
Has it been good?
Well, you got out of town, so you went somewhere and got some sunshine.
I got a little bit of New York sunshine just before the heat wave hit.
Good, you got out of there just
and
before.
Got the hell out when the smell of garbage
Nobody wants to be
started.
in New York when it's that hot.
No, man.
No.
We're going to talk about the seeds first. For people, I can't believe no one will be familiar with this, but talk about the seeds and what the whole thing is and how it all comes together.
Yeah, and first off, thanks to you guys for being so supportive of Seeds over the year. But Seeds is different from every other music competition in Canada. The goal for Seeds has been to try and give some local BC bands the opportunity to work with people in the Canadian music industry who make all the decisions. Yeah. So you don't just get cash and you kind of walk away. The opportunity here is to give you a career, and Seeds has been really successful with that over the years.
Let's drop some names.
Let's drop some names.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy when you look at it, right? Because everybody gets to that point in their career where they need that sort of next bump up, and that's what the Seeds has been.
Yeah, and more than who's won, it really highlights to you how important BC is to Canadian music. When you see some of the people who've been through the program. Obviously, Nickelback was a big success in the program. Default has been through the program. Biff Naked, Matt Good. Most recently, State of Shock, who did very well in the U.S., and Daniel Wesley, who's on tour right now.
And what you're naming are some of the bands that have come out of Vancouver that have had the most success, which must be so great for you guys to see them move on and do what they've done.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, it's not about a band winning and then disappearing. This is about a band having a long-lasting career in the music business, which is not an easy feat by any means.
Yeah,
well, talk about some of the stuff you build for these guys to help them with a career and not just winning a prize.
Yeah, so basically what we've done is try to take the big decision makers in the Canadian music business, bring them in and have them invest in the program. So you actually have the lead agent from the agency group. You've got Maple Music's general manager involved. You've got the managers of Our Lady Peace, Finger 11, and Simple Plan involved. You got Garth Richardson, who's produced Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the list goes on and on. Chris Shaw, who worked with Bob Dylan and everyone back to even Public Enemy. All are going to get involved this year, pick one band that they're going to work with over the course of the year, and really invest in them and help them get on that national stage.
How much fun is this for everyone at the station as well? I mean, to get to know these guys, because listening to music is one thing, but when you get to know these guys and you sort of see the dedication they have and the drive they have when they've reached that level of their career, it's got to be pretty special for you guys to sort of be there and help it out.
Yeah, it's incredible to see young bands when they're starting out and you know, they're wide-eyed and they're getting into the music business for the first time. But the difference I notice now is that because of social networking and because of how many things bands can access to market themselves, these guys are aware of exactly how to do what they need to do. They know what they want out of their careers, and they've already gotten themselves this far. So some incredibly intelligent musicians beyond being incredibly talented. So
okay, let's talk about some of the bands.
Who are they?
Louder Than Love is the first one we're going to talk about. Tell us about these guys.
Louder Than Love. These guys are fantastic. Talked to them yesterday. They're heading out on the road right now, all the way to Montreal and back. And so this is their first
Climb in the van, boys.
It's going to be interesting. So the boys are heading out on the road. They'll be back in time for the Seeds launch party, which is going to be August 24th at the Commodore. This is a great band to watch out for.
Other one, Head of the Herd.
Yeah, Head of the Herd was a real standout this year and something very different from what we've seen with Seeds in the past. Obviously, we've had some eclectic acts in the past. Even Daniel Wesley would have been part of that.
A little bit of rock reggae with Daniel Wesley.
Exactly, and these guys, I'd say, probably most like the Black Keys that we've seen in the Seeds program in the past. So a really exciting group as well.
I mean, obviously, music and musicality is the main focus of this. But how much does you know, getting to know these guys and seeing the drive, how much does that play into how far people go in the Seeds?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with it. I mean, at the beginning and end of everything for a musician is the ability to write great songs that connect with people emotionally and make the band popular. Beyond that, it's the live show too, and with the Seeds program, we're able to sort of go through everything that's involved with the band before we make the decisions. And these three bands are huge standouts in Vancouver and in BC for being really strong talent. So,
And tell us about Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
These guys are the loud one of the three, and it's going to be great to see them.
Gosh, they don't look like it, do they?
No
That's
fun
a great song too, by the way. Let me guess, the drummer on the left, right?
Some of the best musicians you'll see in Vancouver in this band too. So
Really?
look forward to seeing these guys too.
And
at
you've
the
really heard
Commodore.
them all. How many bands do you sift through throughout a year?
I've got a good team of people now that do it, but we're talking probably 300 and 400 bands. We created a micro-social network of just BC talent, so bands could be communicating with each other and fans getting shows.
Yeah.
There's over 600 bands just in BC in that.
And people can hear their music there and get a
absolutely
sense for it
see
as
their
well.
videos. The bands control the environment. It's really cool.
Nice.
And what does the band win?
Well, the band who wins all of Seeds will win lots of things. One, $10,000 in free gear from the Fox and Long and McQuaid. They're also going to get an agent who's going to work with them for the year,
That's a
Ralph
big
James.
deal.
They're going to get their record produced by Garth Richardson. Chris Shaw is going to work with them. Rain Maida's coming in this year to do a songwriting workshop with the band. They're going to get the record distributed. They're going to have management consultation from, like I say, the managers of OLP. You've got everything you need to make
to get you to the next level. Let's talk about the concert as well. You mentioned it before just a little bit, but the Trews are part of this as well. This year.
Yes, and a huge success story in Canada with the Trews, both on their acoustic tour and their full rock tour as well.
Yeah.
These guys are going to be part of Seeds this year. Wednesday, August 24th. At the Commodore Ballroom. Almost sold out, but you can still get a few tickets, and we keep the tickets nice and cheap for this show.
Are they doing the full rock? Are they?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
they're
man.
bringing the rock show.
Yeah,
And the
these
reason
guys
why you
kill
have
it.
September on the brain is because there's something very important happening once again, September 17th. It's time again for the Music Therapy Ride. For those who don't know what it is, give us the spiel.
Sure, a bunch of us from the Canadian music business from the past probably almost 10 years have been trying to raise money for the Canadian Music Therapy Trust Fund, and we do that with this ride that we do every year, you know, marrying the love of motorcycles and the love of music. So it's a lot of artists, it's a lot of agents and managers and record company people, and people from the public too that come out and join the ride every year. We've raised almost $500,000 over the past 9 years.
And what a ride it is, from downtown usually up through Whistler and a little barbecue,
That's it.
a little lunch.
And a unique ride compared to a lot of others in that if you've ever seen the motorcycle escort that comes from the VPD, where the ride starts and doesn't actually stop because you block all the traffic and drive everybody nuts.
How unbelievable is that,
incredible.
though? I mean, it's, you know, to get that opportunity to just ride and
And
not
when will
have
you
to-
ever start in Richmond at the River Rock and ride all the way to Whistler and not have to stop once? Just doesn't happen.
That is
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Well, Donner, thank you
Love
so
it, man.
much. If you want to find out more about Seeds, you can go to the website. Of course, we mentioned the dates for the concert and also the important Music Therapy Ride happening on September 17th.
Yeah, you can go to cfox.com to check it all out and get the info. Donner, pleasure, man. Have
Good
a
to
great
see you
summer.
guys.
Enjoy.
You too.
Thanks so much.
We're going to take a break when we come back.